Ciao, travelers, or should I say Konnichiwa, travelers, because we are going to Japan. This was a request from Andrea, aka Winnie. So before we get into it, if you like what you're hearing or watching, please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. So that is out of the way. Let's get into our little trivia. So I was at Andrea and Anya's house like 2 weekends ago, and I was like, oh, where do you want to talk about? And Andrea wants to go to Japan. So I was like, you know what? We might not be able to do it right now, but we can on this podcast. So message me on Instagram or TikTok if you have any suggestions or any places you would like to go. All right, let's get the show on the road. Okay. This is a cool place with cool trees. Madagascar is an island in which ocean? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it is the Indian Ocean. Okay. Oh, I love cats. What is unusual about most cats on the Isle of Man? Hello, sir. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They have no tail. Okay, that's interesting. I love cats. We just got a cat. Okay. All right, you should get this, my American listeners. Images of what have been carved into Mount Rushmore in the USA, and no, it's not of me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it is American presidents. Okay, I thought it was an S, what state, whatever. All right, so let's get into Japan. We are going to use this book again. I did get other books, just FYI, but we're using this because it has really cool stuff. So again, this is the Atlas Obscura. So these are like cool different things and different places you can visit while traveling. And it's not, quintessential places. All right, so we're going in Japan. I did my eyebrows red because it's the land of the rising sun. So it's a style, or kind of look like Ronald McDonald or somewhere in between that. So I'm just rocking it. All right, good old Japan. All right, so we are at the Mushikuzuwa Shrine to Slain Insects. Oh my. We're in Tokyo. In the garden of Kaniji Temple is a smooth engraved boulder, a circa 1821 memorial honoring the slain victims of artist Masumiya Seisai. A man with a sizable conscience, Seisai ordered its construction himself, hoping it would console the spirits of those he killed. The slain were insects killed to serve as anatomy models for an illustrated scientific textbook. But erecting a stone shrine was the least the staunch Buddhist felt he could do. And it is engraved, the boulder, it says mound for insects. Okay. We talked about this in Utah of the importance of animals and how they really help with humans to evolve and to grow, but it really does come at a cost, and usually it's to animals for things. Okay, oh God. All right, Meguro Parasitological Museum. We're in Tokyo still. This small but memorable museum, established as a research collection in 1953, pays tribute to the tens of thousands of organisms that thrive at the expense of others, which is what we're talking about. The first floor offers an overview of the parasite-host relationship and life cycle, while the second floor showcases 300 preserved specimens, including a dolphin stomach infected with roundworms, a heart-infested dog heart, and a turtle head whose eye sockets are now inhabited by leeches. Oh my gosh, we had leeches in England. They followed us all the way to Japan. For reasons that mystify even museum staff, the Institute has become a go-to date spot Okay, young couples hold hands and gaze at the 29-foot tapeworm extracted from the stomach of a man who ate infected trout. Oh, I don't know. Actually, I would probably still go there and eat sushi. And Japanese is my second favorite cuisine. You'll find out my first when we do that country. Okay. All right, let's see. Lucky Dragon 5. We're still in Tokyo. I should just name this episode Tokyo at this point. And I might just do that. Okay, a little known nuclear tragedy took place aboard a Japanese fishing boat in 1954. 23 Japanese fishermen aboard their boat, the Lucky Dragon 5, because they weren't that lucky, were trawling for tuna in March of 1954 when the pre-dawn sky lit up and fine white flakes began to fall onto the deck. And I guess it wasn't dandruff. For the next 3 hours, the mysterious ash continued to rain down. Soon the crew members began to feel unwell. Headaches, nausea, burns, eye pain, bleeding gums. The symptoms piled up, all evidence of the same affliction, acute radiation poisoning. Okay. The Lucky Dragon 5 and her crew had been exposed to fallout from an atomic bomb. 8 years into the Marshall Islands thermonuclear test program, the U.S. detonated its Bravo device, a weapon 1,000 times more destructive than the bomb dropped in Hiroshima. This is actually very interesting. I didn't know this. The Lucky Dragon was outside of the danger zone, but it didn't matter. The test was more powerful than predicted, and fallout spread far beyond the predetermined area. The incident triggered panic in Japan, which was still reeling from the 1945 atomic bomb attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, one of whom died within 7 months of exposure and is considered to be the first victim of the hydrogen bomb because emblems of the country's anti-nuclear movement, which gathered strength following fears that tuna contaminated during the Bravo test had made its way into the market. After returning to service as a training boat, the Lucky Dragon retired in 1967. It is now on display in an exhibit hall. Its fading hull, accompanied by a string of paper cranes, a Geiger counter that measures the radiation, and a tiny jar containing specks of deadly snow that fell from the sky in 1954. Okay, everyone, this has been kind of deep. All right, let's go. All right, this looks more fun. This is a field trip, everybody. I can take our kids. Ueno Zoo escaped animal drill. Every February, a papier-mâché rhino politely lunges at the staff of Ueno Zoo. The rhino, operated by a pair of zookeepers, is one of the fake creatures used in the zoo's annual escaped animal drill. This sounds so much more fun than a fire drill or lockdown. Each year, the artificial rhino, along with staff members in furry monkey suits and one dressed as a bipedal tiger, attempts to storm the gates of the zoo and wreak havoc on the streets of Tokyo. Attempts to storm the gates of the zoo. Oh, I just read that. Okay, zookeepers band together to capture the animals, encircling them with nets, loading tranquilizer guns, and taping the ground with sticks. Some zoo staff even feign injury or play dead to heighten the authenticity of the scene. Oh, here we go. We're going deep again. All participants carry their duties earnestly, never cracking a smile. Oh no. I smile a lot, I will say. That's why I'm getting, some Botox there. Okay. The yearly drill is part of Ueno Zoo's emergency preparation for earthquakes and other natural disasters. It has become such a popular attraction in its own right that other Japanese zoos have started to copy the idea. It's actually really interesting. Much more fun than how we do fire drills. What is this? All right, so we actually are now, are we out of Tokyo and the environs? I like saying environs. All right, we're at this, oh my, time is just running out. Okay. The worlds, I don't care about that. Oh, I know what I want. I want this. Okay. We can always come back to Japan. Okay. So this one, Wisteria Tunnel. It's in Kitakayushi, Fukuoka. That's all I have to say is in my face. Okay. For most of the year, the Wisteria Tunnel at Kawachi Fuji Gardens is a lattice canopy overlaid with barren, twisted vines. But for a few weeks every spring, the tunnel is in magnificent bloom, its dangling flowers and sweet scent enveloping all those who walk in the path. This is gorgeous. The private garden is home to about 150 wisteria plants in shades of purple, pink, and white. Visit between late April and midway to see the wisteria in bloom. The exact dates vary each year. So it's kind of cool. It's like doing, so the cherry blossoms wisteria. And last but not least, I've seen this before, the Village of Dolls. So a lot of Japan is losing population. It's an aging population. So this is how a village kind of coped with it. In Nagoro, Tokushima, the school in a small village of Nagoro has a classroom full of silent students. Oh my, I think I'll get bored of that, to be honest. Staring at an equally silent teacher, good luck with that. They sit motionless day after day, never calling out an answer or rustling their books. God, that's sadly probably a lot of classrooms across the United States. Okay, anyway. The students and teachers are life-size dolls created by Nagoro resident Ueno Zoo after the school closed due to low enrollment. Tsukimi was born in Nagoro, spent decades living in Osaka, Japan's largest city, and has a great food scene. When she returned to her childhood home, the population had dwindled from about 300 to 35. The dolls began as scarecrows made to defend Tsukimi's veggie patch, but as Tsukimi created more and more, some in the likeness of deceased friends and relatives, she started placing them around the village. In remembrance of the Nagoro residents she once knew. A doll in rain boots and wet weather gear sits by a creek holding a fishing rod. A couple of elderly cloth people relax side by side on an outdoor bench, watching the world go by. Scenes like this found all over the village. Tsukimi estimates she has created 350 dolls, meaning they outnumber Nagoro's human residents 10 to 1. Okay, and here's some pictures I forgot to show you. Wisteria's on top, and there's little dolls living their best lives, I hope. Probably not. I mean, they're dolls. Okay. What is this going on here? All right, well, here's a picture of something nasty from that ringworm thing going on. There's a paper mache, and there's that unlucky boat. Okay, well, that was a quick episode. I hope, Andrea, you enjoyed it. So let's get a little applause. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's go. Ooh, let's go to our trivia, because this kind of has to do with something. Because we're kind of talking about something like this. Okay. Which South Korean movie won the most Academy Awards in 2020? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Parasite. Okay. Oh, this is a big one. I always see this when you go to Italy. Don't do this. Escucha. Listen. In Italy, when do people usually drink cappuccinos? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In the morning, usually at breakfast. I don't know. For some reason, people say it's like a cardinal sin if you go to Italy and drink cappuccino. Like in America, we usually have it in the morning, but like you get it after like dinner with dessert. I mean, whatever. I mean, I say, why put boundaries on it? Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh my. All right. We should get this, especially if you're watching from my class. I really hope you got this. Which holiday with visual similarities to Halloween is celebrated throughout Mexico in November? All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Day of the Dead. Okay. I feel like, wow, we did so much in Japan. I mean, we just really did Tokyo and what other place. But wow, definitely want to go. And thank you. And just so you know, we have episodes that come out. We just multiple people at sometimes. The second and fourth Thursday of the month. So we'll catch you later for the next one. Ciao, travelers, and thank you so much. Ciao, ciao.